evil mode now, son.
Jeez, niggas. Go ahead.
DQ. Look, dumping my swisher guts on my high school diploma, knowing I'm highly educated from my aroma. Don't know where it's coming from, but I know it's marijuana, and you can smell the leaves in the room. Check, look, I got a new weed strand, come from New Zealand. It's a new weed brand from my new weed man. Connected to the growers, I'm a true weed fan. I'm a true weed stan. Green thumb and green hands. Jammin' Lee Village, I'm a cool geek, man. I got a smooth freak who chillin' for a cool week, man. Running through them papers like a Newsweek stand. Cause all my cushions fuckier than Juneteenth bands. I'm selling.
Yeah, DQ. Check. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Calculated every step, so I can't stand a hater out here hating on niggas out here making moves. See, I hand out the type of shit they yeah. DQ, baby. Check. Look, the fashion is clever, spectacular weather. I'm blacker than I ever been. Skisha pattern, some leather, ink and a feather. I pen some immaculate letters. My family stay with the gift, cause we rapping together. Like it's Christmas Eve, I just roll up my sleeve and drink a cup of hot cocoa while she rolling some leaves. Have you ever lit a blunt off a chimney log? Massage from a synagogue, leaves foreign student with her friends involved. No, you haven't, so I ain't trying to have it. I'm painting pictures that's lavish, getaway log cabins. Amazing the magnetism, a magnet in all facets. Check my discography, baby, it's all classics. Feeling like Curl Baskins, surrounded by all this pussy. Making this money up, y'all bastards. Funny how I mastered the art of being a subtle asshole on my dean. I'm shutting down y'all classes. COVID-19 flow nasty. Lamar Jackson with the stat time passing y'all lasses. Catch me on the lake chilling laughing, everlasting. My mind forever layer like fall fast fashion, nigga. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo, making money, breaking bank, getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dojo. If them boys disagree, then hit the dojo. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo, making money, breaking bank, getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dojo. If them boys disagree, then hit the dojo.
Yup, and click the photo. The beat knocking like a piston missing in the Lolo. The chicks should know the mission is to get some more dough. And if the friction and the tension seem intentional, then it's a no-go. And as an OG, I'm telling them young brothers to be cool. They push bass and turn up high, like my EQ that's clipping in the whip. And they say, yo, shit clean, pushing 60 in the trunk. 415s, going blah-da-down, blah-da-down. About to bounce, I hit the gas and rip the engine out the motor mounts. Hit the house to go read Dr. Ben. Then this chick sent the text that said, lock me in. Hibachi grill, Wagyu beef, Lil Kobe slice, late night demo tapes like Lil Homie nights. I text back at 4 a.m. while your girlie yawning, cause she think it feel better in the early morning.
Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo, making money, breaking bank, getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dojo. If them boys disagree, then hit the dojo. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo, making money, breaking bank, getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dojo. If them boys disagree, then hit the dojo. Yeah. DQ, baby. Check. Look, the
Yo. Yo. What up? What up? I figured I'd start y'all with a little financial education. Once again, we are not financial advisors. We are Tri-Media Innovations. I think I got the whole family in the building tonight. This is wild. This is fired up. So I figured I'd give y'all just a little bit of financial advice before we get into a 4th of July.
Not advice.
And financial information. Let me say information. Did I get a word?
Yes.
Yeah, information. Let's say information. But if you do invest and lose everything you own, that's between you and your God. But 19 stocks to pay out more than half of their earnings as dividends. You could Google that, search it up if you don't understand what that means. I saw that this morning. There's a couple I don't agree with, but the majority of them I do. So I don't like to give out, personal stuff. But these are definitely restaurant brands, Walmart, Target. There's certain companies that I do invest with. Duke Energy, that's one. Tractor Supply, no. Southern, no. So just a little information. Y'all can play back the beginning of the video. I figure I started off with that. What up? Tri-Media in the building. I got Logic with me. I got Hits with me. I got DJ DQ with me. I said DJ DQ. I got DQ with me. And I got Cuban with me in the building. Spicy last couple of days in current events. I know we've been doing a lot of hip-hop shows lately, but this is not a hip-hop channel, regardless how many views it brings. This is current events and the media channel. So, if you tuned in for the hip-hop, I appreciate it. We got a good hip-hop show later on tonight. That flyer is going to be dropping either during the show or right after. Maybe I'll drop it during the show so y'all can see it. But we got Dr. Derek Cologne coming on tonight to have a presentation, speak his side, solo interview / presentation. Give him some time to state his case and get his words out. So I think that's going to be real entertaining. Possible Q&A after. Hits, you in the building? What's going on, G?
What's up? Peace to the chat. Peace to the gang. Wherever you're at in the country, or your family at, and you experience some bad weather, be safe. Gather some food, some water. This weather's been crazy. Be careful. Holiday travel day. I think today they say it's going to break records as far as travel. So leave some time for delays. Travel safe.
It's going to be that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on, DQ?
Oh man, I'm good. lot of stuff on the agenda today. I'm feeling blessed. Talked to my son a minute ago. Everything good. Got a new commercial coming. Got booked for a new show in Miami. I'm gonna have that fly ready soon. But yeah, going to the Yami.
That should be fun. Hope you make it back. Hope you make it back. They put out a hit. They put a hit on Drake yesterday for what Canada did to Ross. So we're gonna talk about it. What's going on?
Fly zone.
Yeah.
Fly.
I want to see him try to enforce that one. But Logic, you in the building? What's going on, G?
Man, what's up, man? Been checking out this politics. I think that's a pretty interesting topic. Like you say, we got a good show coming up later this evening. I don't know how much you said about it. Did you say who the interview was with? Might have missed that part. But anyway, it's gonna be a good topic.
Go ahead, bro. You president of the company.
It's gonna be a good topic, man. I mean, I'm curious to hear some of the stuff that he's gonna say that I do agree with and I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been looking at that subject kind of tough too a little bit. So I got some clarity as far as what's being said and the timelines and all that stuff. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm ready to talk about Sleepy Joe though. I ain't gonna lie, that's what we
at. And Cuban, you in the building. What's going on, G?
Shit. What's up with y'all?
Literally, the first word is just off the chain.
There's got to be something going on down there.
Well, it's hot. Okay. Hot and humid.
You in Florida, right?
Unfortunately.
Tourists are on the way. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll break.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get real spicy for the 4th. It's going to get real spicy.
Oh, boy.
All right. So let's get right into it. Trump 2024. The debate. We already had a show about the debate. I mean, I guess you guys can give your closing thoughts. Not only did I think that Trump did that Biden did terribly. The Democrats are saying that he did terribly. Biden went this weekend at Camp David, met with his family to talk about the future, to see if he's even going to run. He's meeting with the Board of Governors today and tomorrow to have that conversation because there's a growing groundswell for the Democrats to open up the convention to have someone else run. I think it's a little late in the game, but based on that performance, I think they're kind of thinking, based on that one debate, they're thinking he's going to have to go out on the campaign trail, which is very rigorous. For those of you who don't follow politics, even a local political campaign is very rigorous. I can't imagine the level of 4 a.m. flights, 2 a.m. meetings, 3 a.m. calls, all kind of crazy stuff to get elected president. So they're considering possibly opening it up. And hits. There's another thing that a person brought up to me 2 days ago, right? I was on a proxy call, and they were saying that one of the reasons why they're concerned with Biden is not so much just his health, is that they literally have no faith in Kamala Harris being president of the United States at all. And that's a consequence they're thinking. So they're even thinking, even if he runs, to reconsider the vice presidency, because that's a lot to do with it. And I never thought about it that way. I knew that she would become president. I get that part. But that your reasoning for Biden is not necessarily not the confidence in Biden, but if something happens to him, now you got to deal with Kamala Harris. What you think about that?
Yeah, and I think Kim Brown on her YouTube channel, she's down with used to be BPM, now it's Black. I think it's BLM now, Black Liberation Movement or something like that. But I think she stated it how I would. It was we as a country we lost watching that debate. Joe Biden obviously incoherent. Trump, when they went back and looked at how he answered the question, he was just incoherent with better breath and probably more stamina. So again, I say it was an L for us in general. I'm trying to find an image that someone had. I think Doggy Diamonds had a good image up. I'm gonna I'm gonna clip the image and put it up here. But yeah, that was my take on it.
Anybody else got a take on that?
Man, listen, Sleepy Joe was so bad, right, that you can't convince me that anything he ever says moving forward was coming from his own brain. Because his brain definitely wasn't working that night. So I know it takes at least a group of 10 people to get him to, put an organized sentence together, more or less a paragraph, right? To be talking for 20 minutes straight. Like it basically, and if you listen to some of the shows about it, right, the expectations were already super low for Joe, and he couldn't meet the super low expectations. And moving forward, it's like they've done so much apologizing and trying to make sure that America understands that that was like a one-off type of thing, and he really is fine, but he just had a bad night. See, like once they done put it publicly that you done had a bad night, like everybody knows that was a flop. You know what I'm saying? And it's a
Mhm.
flop for all the wrong reasons, because you like literally don't have the mental ability to pull it off, right? Like you might have like the politician acting skills, but you definitely don't have like the mental awareness to be what they claiming that you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's just bad. It's a super bad look, and then once you put it all together, it sounds even worse. When they have to lower the expectations of your mental faculties, right? That's terrible. You can't even be having a conversation like that about somebody that's running the country. That sounds stupid.
So Trump now, what happened recently, what we want to talk about is that Trump was granted some immunity from the Supreme Court in regards to his cases. Um, you're hearing people saying now we elect presidents, we don't elect kings. Um, Essentially, the Supreme Court's ruling that presidents are immune from prosecution for their official acts will reverberate far beyond Donald Trump's criminal case for seeking to subvert the 2020 election. So, the panoply of federal and state charges Trump faces in Florida and Georgia, as well as related cases facing some of his closest White House advisors, may turn on how judges apply the Supreme Court's immunity decision. So just so we're clear, it's not just Trump's DC case. This is the best article I found. You guys can find some. I'll share your screen. Um, uh, Essentially, what it does is it says where Trump was trying to corrupt the state's election results in Georgia. He previously tried to shield himself by claiming his conduct is immune from prosecution because he was acting as president. The judge in that case has yet to rule on that effort, and now the Supreme Court may help guide his hand. So essentially, one of Trump's defenses of his many has always been that, listen, I don't know why you're prosecuting me now, that I'm so quote unquote a civilian. For those that know, when you're called president for the rest of your life, you have Secret Service for the rest of your life. Free all those most of the amenities that you get as the president, you still have. So what he's saying is all of these things that I did as president. So a president should be free from prosecution. The high court left open the question of whether his efforts to pressure the state officials in different things, even in Florida, where Trump was charged with hoarding classified documents in his home after leaving office. He's also lodged an immunity claim, contending that his decision to transfer the classified records to Mar-a-Lago in the final days of his presidency renders it protected from prosecution. So he's using it. It seems to be working to an extent. What's going on though is that when you start doing this, they're talking about how it's going to affect Trump. But anytime something like this happens in the Supreme Court, you got to think 40, 50, 60 years down the line, right? So now what we're saying is that presidents cannot be prosecuted ever. Now that's a little different now. That's not necessarily, the presidency. So it says the Supreme Court's opinion extends way beyond Trump. Taken to its extreme conclusion, the court has embraced a constitutional framework that makes it nearly impossible for a president to be held legally accountable for any use of official power, no matter how nefarious, with Congress's impeachment power being the only recourse. So although the court doesn't quite say it, the commander-in-chief's power has to be a core power by its logic, so can never be a base for a criminal prosecution. This licenses the misuse of the surveillance and intrusive powers of the national security state. So I agree with on both sides. I think there has to be like a middle ground, but right now to believe that the president, as long as he can say, I did this as president of the United States, if he can, matter of fact, he wouldn't really have to even justify it. As long as he does this as president of the United States, he's immune because he's president of the United States. What do y'all think about that?
Wait, isn't what he is accused of doing was like ordering civilians to storm the Capitol as the president?
No.
Give me some clarity on that. What are they accusing him of actually doing while president?
That he had some. You know what? Let's ask God. What? Because he has a lot of charges. So I mean, it's not. I can't run them off.
I think one of them was in Georgia, where he was calling people to try to, in his own words, have them, create some votes that weren't there at the time, and just calling around trying to coerce people to create votes, and then have people. I guess they had unofficial state electors to try to have them use their vote count outside of the official vote counts in the electoral college. So there's a few things.
So wow, so it wasn't just like, it was all stuff that technically is like illegal, and he just did it as president, and that makes him immune. So he was cheating.
Yeah, he has to. Essentially, so I'm looking at his crimes right now. So many. I mean, I know some of them, but it's a lot. So the 2020 presidential election, it was related to efforts to overturn the results of the election and his involvement in the riot. The Georgia investigation focuses on it's the same thing. Classified documents. Essentially, towards the end of his presidency, he took a bunch of classified documents to his golf course in Mar-a-Lago. You can't do that. And when they requested him to send back, he just didn't, said he didn't have them. And then when they raided the place, like everybody saw a while ago, they saw that he had the documents. They're saying that he's committed tax fraud, bank and insurance fraud, obstruction of justice, that he was trying to stop or put barriers in between them having to looking into Russia, obstructing the Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. He's got a bunch of civil cases, right? He's facing a variety of legal challenges ranging from election interference and mishandling classified information to financial crimes and obstruction of justice. These cases span federal and state jurisdictions and include both criminal and civil accusations. Cuban, what do you think about this?
What do I think about this? Wow. It's not surprising. So I find it to be very hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
To summarize it, it's just
what up, Jim?
It's absolute hypocrisy.
Why?
Furthermore, reasons why I have no faith in the donkeys or the elephant clique.
Okay.
Personally, I knew it was wild. I didn't know it was this wild. It's not just the involvement in the riot. It's all type of irresponsible stuff he was doing.
Logic is hilarious, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was going crazy like that, yo.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot.
Yeah, Trump off the chain, dog.
No, he's not. You know what it is? He's not a politician. So he does. I think it's wild, and you kind of gave me a bird's eye view into the country. I think it's wild. Truth Savior, what up? American Dream, what up? Sister Safa, what up? It tells me a lot about the country when you said what you said, that he was being charged with sending people into the Capitol. I think it's people that really. I think it's people that really believes that Trump, as the president of the United States, sent, like he just said, Avengers assemble and sent people into the Capitol. I think that's a very wild narrative, and it's funny that I guess that's what you would perceive if all you saw was social media and news. So,
but hold on, that's how they took it. If you play his speech, that's how they took it. However many, I think it was almost 2,000 people. So it wasn't one person that said, "Yeah, I think he's talking to me. You know, I'm gonna run up in the joint and start, hanging folks." And nah, I think, that's how they understood it. It was marching orders. But,
DQ, what you got on it?
After I was in my conspiracy bag for so long, to why I used to think that they're trying to turn the presidency to a king type thing. Whoop de whoop. How I understand it right now, bro, I just look at it as, like they say, the process, and he just got the process of the Supreme Court, who, he's been working on that forever, and I feel like he just got their support now. It's like a hook, line, sinker. That's how I'm viewing the whole thing when it comes to the Trump being immune type thing. Like, I feel like this was a plan they've been having planned, like a fail safe, and they just executed
it. So if I was in Joe Biden's cabinet, if he was going to act up, now would be the time, because, I think how the media frames it is Trump immunity. It's not. It's presidential immunity.
Right.
So if you want to cut up, I would now would be the time. Because,
now would be the time.
Yeah, right before the election. Yeah, we're gonna change some things around here. We ain't, why he's still, in office officially. So, but I think Brass brought it up too. It's not the short-term effects; it's the long-term effects.
It's long-term,
right?
I mean, it's be the beginning of some shit that it benefits 50% of the country now, but then in 8 years, it the tide's going to turn. So whoever's benefiting now from this may be on the
short end of the stick later.
Yeah, they may catch the brunt of it on the other side. So
makes sense.
I just want to add something. I would just say that I hope people aren't naive to think that every other president has done things that technically would be illegal in the eyes of this government. So it's not. It's just like, to me, there's an agenda here. I would say that, and I don't even like Trump, and I definitely don't like Biden. I don't like none of these people. So it's politics. There's propaganda, and all these dudes. If you put all these guys that were president on a scale, the atrocities that they all have committed. This is to me what I'm hearing. This is very much lightweight. If you compared him to Reagan, lightweight. If you compare him to Bush Sr., lightweight. If you compared to Bush Jr., lightweight. So it's BS. It's propaganda.
I think the fear for me is just, and I think it's probably why everybody is saying the same thing and getting the same feeling. I'm not with a president being a king. That I'm not. I'm not any president, because you have so much power. With great power comes great responsibility. So when you have a president that's essentially operating as, no matter what I do, I will not be prosecuted for this. I think maybe the thing that held some people back before, now knowing that you can't get prosecuted for it at all, I think now it'll be more of a case of, who's going to stop me? There's no reason to stop me. There's nobody that can stop me, and I can't get prosecuted for it anyway. So why should I stop? So anything else on that?
Diamonds TV. Forward? I just wanted to share. How they make the Michael Jordan face with the.
Wait, let me see. I'm not even looking. Yeah. Yeah, everybody.
Everybody. I thought it was funny. All right. So, anybody else got anything on that?
No, I'm good on that topic. True Saver, hell yeah, I want you to pull up. Pause every time. Whenever we talking about hip hop, I've seen I watched your show the other day and I've seen your information. Hell yeah, pull up. And yeah, Teddy, you're right. He put them judges in. And I think that's another fear with Donald Trump. I hope the world is paying attention. I hope the United States is paying attention specifically. If Donald Trump gets into office, more than likely it'll be a Republican Congress, a Republican Supreme Court, and a Republican White House. Yeah. I don't. If you don't understand that, just Google it. Just the amount of power that
I
you
had stepped
actually
away.
have.
I apologize. I had stepped away. What was the statement you just said?
If this election is very important, and part of the reason why the Democrats are panicking is because, depending on, what happens, if Trump wins, there will be a Trump White House, or there'll be a Republican White House, a Republican Congress, and also a Republican Supreme Court. So now, a lot of times I tell people all the time, the presidency is important, but for the most part, as far as the presidency goes, he's just a president. I know that sounds crazy to say, but he's just a president. But when you got that trifecta, where you're winning you're winning where the bills are made. If something gets put up, you're winning where if it goes to the Supreme Court, and then you also are winning in the White House. That's a dangerous trifecta. It's a dangerous trifecta of anything because it's not. It seems like it's almost like a fair shot, but it might not be. So do y'all have anything else on that before I move to the next topic?
Real. Go ahead, Q. You go first.
I was just going to say that. So regardless if it's Trump or Biden or Harris,
yeah, you smiling. You about to say some bullshit. Go ahead. I know what you about to do. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Or
go ahead.
anybody, Obama, Thomas Jefferson. It don't matter.
Yeah.
The place, their headquarters is called the White House. So that lets you know. So it doesn't matter. So it's that mentality. It's still going to be the same thing.
Hold on, my house is white. What
yeah,
you
I got my house
man?
my house is white also.
What you trying to say, bro?
Was rude.
All right, I think we go ahead. No, go ahead, Logic. You want to jump in?
I don't know about the conspiracy aspect of it too. I think that the media did a lot. They put a lot of effort into trying to get us to forgive Biden for being old, especially after that debate. So I mean, the media kind of like doing it for both of them to me, if you ask me. But Trump, like, man, you can't like tamper with the election. Like that's super duper wild, right? Like and then to go behind it and then claim, or at least have your lawyers say, that since you did it as the president, the presidential orders is not illegal, you shouldn't be charged for it. That's kind of extra wild right there. I ain't gonna lie. So it's I don't want to vote for Trump, but like I just can't vote for Biden is what my dilemma is at this point.
Moving on.
Trump 2024. I have no dilemma. Let's see. American Dream. So much to say about it. I'm Jamaican. I'm gonna stand in my coconut tree by the beach, boy. Okay. Sister Safa. They're going to have to prove that Trump directly influenced the January Sixers. I don't think they will prove their case. I agree. But when you start, that's what I mean. You got to be careful when you start trying, because now they're starting to look kind of ridiculous. With all of these charges that they're bringing up, it's getting a little wild. Hey, DQ, I need you for this one. Do you mind? I need to take 2 seconds.
Let's go.
The Young Thug trial. Let's get it.
All right.
So talk to us about the Young Thug trial real quick. I need 2 seconds.
Yes. So everybody has been knowing this YSL case.
Do you want to share your screen? You want to share your screen?
I got you. I'm about to do it.
Okay.
Pull something up. All right. Excuse me. All right, here we go, y'all. Screen. bing, bada, boom. It says Atlanta's favorite reality show, The Young Thug Trial, indefinitely halted. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis has pursued several complicated racketeering cases with multiple defendants. Critics says it's drained and already overwhelmed the court system. But here we go. A defendant stabbed. A star witness jailed for refusing to testify. Screaming matches between attorneys and judge. 18-month trial with no end in sight. And at the defense table, a renowned Grammy Award-winning hip-hop star who stands accused of leading a murderous street gang. So basically, for a lot of people who don't know, Young Thug was accused of running a street gang called YSL, and they got hit with a state RICO charge and a RICO charge deals with racketeering. But it has been very, very, very pivotal to say that this case has been a circus. I honestly think that the state didn't have a strong enough case, but they wanted to prove a point, and they went after Young Thug and his gang, and there was a lot of missteps that could lead to this being a mistrial. But on Monday, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Urag Glanville abruptly halted the trial indefinitely until another judge reviews motions from Young Thug and others who accused the judge of misconduct and want him recused from the case. The judge has ordered prosecutors to file response by Monday. It is unknown when or if the case will resume. Now, this is a very, very, very big thing because this judge has became famous. This court case has became, like I said, a storyline for the internet to follow ever since Young Thug got arrested. And this is going to be a very, very huge thing because I'm thinking this may lead to a mistrial. But I want to hear y'all opinions on how y'all feel about the case. Do y'all think Thug's going to get off, or any other tidbits that you may have dealing with the judicial system with this case?
I just want to read some of the charges, right? Well, the indictments said they were his gang or the YSL engaged in allegedly murder, attempted murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, theft, drug dealing, carjacking, witness intimidation. So even if this case is a mistrial, I can't see them leaving all of that on the table. Even if you took half of that or a third of that, that's a lot, you know. That's like everything.
Yeah.
You know, from murder on down to, you know, witness intimidation. So that's a lot to leave on the table. Go ahead, Logic. You got anything on that?
I'm not really that familiar with it. I'm trying to like type and look it up and see what I can learn real quick, but there's a lot going on.
Who else is in it? Is it just obviously if it's Rico, it's all of them, right? Who 27 other people?
Just Young Thug is the most prominent. Gunna, who's another artist, was in it, but Gunna ended up getting out due to whatever type of deal that he got with his lawyers. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to jump into if he snitched type stuff. That's all just whatever.
But those are the two most famous ones, Young Thug.
Yeah, them are the two most famous people. But sure, what's so crazy is that Fannie Willis became even famous in this case because where it says right here, the Young Thug trial was widely viewed as a case study on how other one of Willis' high-profile cases might play out if it ever makes it to trial. The racketeering persecution of former President Donald Trump and more than a dozen allies who are charged with criminally conspiring to try to overturn Trump's 2020 election loss in Georgia. So there's a lot of little sticky webs that make this clickbait. You got Fannie Willis, who's connected to the Donald Trump thing. Of course, you have Young Thug, who's within the music scene. He's one of the leaders of the South and one of these new generations. Of course, you have the situation dealing with the YSL Woody. I mean, dealing with Gunna. You have YSL Woody, who is one of the main people that are trying to charge. One of his homeboys just got stabbed. So that's a whole nother situation that they're dealing with. This has become just a big clusterfuck, basically. And I don't see how they're going to be able to iron it out and actually be able to give somebody their proper day in court. And the proper day in court is a whole bunch of mess.
Now wait a second. What are you saying that the trial is on hold for? It sounds like they got a lot of evidence against this guy.
The
No,
trial is
well,
due to my bad.
the trial is on hold because they're trying to get the judge to recuse himself.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things that's going on with this trial. Even down to Fannie Willis. State RICOs are not known. This is one of the first or second instances of her she's trying to break up the gangs in Georgia. There's a lot of different gangs in Georgia, a lot of different zones. So like you got zone this, zone that. So you got YSL, you got 4PF, you got just different groups of gangs in Georgia, and she's trying to come down hard on crime. So what she's using is not a federal RICO, she's using a state RICO in order to break this case up, in order to break it up. But what is going on is now they've been asking for the judge to recuse himself because he had an improper meeting. He had an improper meeting with lead witnesses. I think like a week or two ago. So they're just recusing it to get another judge to look at it because he keeps asking, they keep shooting it down, but this time they're actually going to do it. So they're going to suspend it until somebody could. But this case is like almost like it's a little hilarious because Fannie Willis is also the one that was bringing the case against Trump in Georgia. And the other challenge with that is that they said that she's had some improper dealings herself.
Correct.
Right, that she was like almost like of sexual nature. That she was like talking to. Yeah, Sosa just said this will be over sometime next year. So yeah, she's had some sexual improprieties that they're attacking her for. I'm gonna be specific, but essentially
and it's also common for defendants, lawyers to question everything. Like that's part of the process. Jurisdiction, impropriety, by prosecutors, their staff, the judge, the county. That because this is a high profile case, things like that get blown, out of proportion. It seems like that's something that's rare. It's not. Most cases that's your lawyer's job is to put holes in a prosecution's case and question the validity of everything. That's common. If anybody ever had a lawyer or been charged with something, those are that's some of the low-hanging fruit that they go after. But just by her name being involved, again, if you can get the public opinion or just cause enough drama based around it, you can get some things changed in your favor. But that's not uncommon for defendants, lawyers to either take advantage of something that happens or question certain things that are happening. That's part of their job, is to make sure you get a fair trial, right? Fair and impartial. So that's definitely a part of their job.
So let's get some background on Fannie Willis. Fannie Willis is a district attorney for Fulton County, Georgia. She's known for her tough stance. So she's known as like a person that goes hard on crime. This isn't like a why's my camera off? She didn't know that she's like a person she's been trying to get the RICO. She's trying to use RICO as much as she can because she believes it's much easier to prove conspiracy than it is to get them off of crime. So she has her controversies include aggressive prosecution, her decision to use RICO in the cases like that of Young Thug has drawn significant attention. Critics argue that RICO charges can be overly broad and may unfairly target individuals based on their associations rather than direct actions. Similar to how like Young Thug, when this first happened, they locked up like 40, 50 people. And they whittled it down over time. Some people testified, some people didn't. Some people have been released. So essentially you just snatch everybody. What I picture RICO as, and y'all can correct me if y'all got a different opinion on it. This is my opinion. In my opinion, RICO is, I'm not only going to arrest the person or the persons that I want, I'm going to arrest everybody around them, put them all this pressure, Get them to talk, because most people don't. As much as people talk that they want to go to jail and they ain't afraid and all of a sudden the other, after one night in jail, you'll be willing to sing Ave Maria to whoever's asking any questions. You're terrified. So RICO kind of does that, but what it does is, you're locking up people that are just in the person's phone or just actually texting, things like that. And this is where it goes to the second point is there are concerns about the potential for violating defendants' rights, including the right to a speedy trial, given the complexity and length of RICO cases. For those that don't know, there's a law in the Constitution, I believe, about due process. So you can't just be in jail forever. That's just not how it works. She's also being attacked for her handling of the Trump investigation. She's been investigating Trump in regards to his election interference election interference actions that she believes. But Trump has said, and supporters of Trump have accused Willis of being politically motivated in her investigation because, she's being supported by Democrats. She's had some campaign contributions. She slept with a previous prosecutor. She's got some stuff with her. I wish her the best. I support anybody. I'm not going to try to knock her or anything like that. I mean, Sosa, you're out there. You could tell me what they think about her per se, but I'm not gonna, knock her. I actually think it's awesome. She's a female in a position of power in a male dominated industry. The prosecutor in the YNW Melly case had to be removed for improper conduct. That trial been on hold for half a year. God to the rescue, praise thee. Hold on, I just read these not looking. And YNW Melly been in jail for over 5 years. So even though I read all of that stuff from ChatGPT, I just want to put a focus to the bottom of it that ChatGPT can make mistakes. Anything else on the chat on the Young Thug trial or any other thoughts? Cuban, Logic, anybody before I move on to the next topic?
I don't know enough to speak on his trial, but I know enough to speak on the so-called judicial system. And I would say,
okay, go ahead.
I would say again, I find it very hypocritical how people are incarcerated and the charges that's brought against them, right? But yet nothing is of this caliber is ever done to the police. Nothing's ever done to any politician. Nothing's ever done to any corporate CEO. So I just
define nothing
on a scale like this. On a scale like
you might want to be careful.
There's never. Oh no, I'm ready to.
I mean,
there's
Epstein,
never.
Bezos, Jobs.
Nah.
Yeah, they've gone after these guys, bro. If you're saying it may not be advertised and promoted like this.
Number one, it's not advertised and promoted like this.
I agree.
Now, and nor are people able to watch the trial on television. All right. 3, yeah, you name some people, but there's also probably conflict with these people from other companies that put money in the pockets of politicians, right? And there's never, have we heard of any war tribunals for any president?
War tribunals for a president. Okay, go ahead.
They may have not physically themselves killed people, but they sent orders to have innocent people killed. We could talk about Oliver North. All right. We could talk about Oliver North and look how that went. Look how it went that Reagan remained president. Look how it remained that Bush Sr. was president, along with kept his position. These were the people that were behind a lot of it as well. Now we're going to talk about if somebody says, "Oh, well, these people are selling drugs and they're involved in gangs and they're involved in selling of weapons and all this." Well, it's your politicians that are the ones that are behind this with other countries, and this is how it comes in. So the people here the system that there's corruption at the top. So if there's corruption at the top, the corruption is going to leak down to the bottom of the people, right? So they wouldn't be having the drugs. They wouldn't be having the guns. A lot of this wouldn't even be in existence. So that's what I mean by it's hypocrisy. So if we're going to point the finger, let's point the finger at a whole bunch of people. This guy is chop suey. There's bigger fish to fry.
Anybody want to speak to that? Okay, don't all at once.
I want to.
All right, go ahead. I don't like that air. Go ahead.
That man, I think you lean a lot on the conspiracy theory stuff, man. You know, that's okay. You know, if that's your personal views of it. But I would say a lot of it sounds like conspiracy theory. And you know, when I hear conspiracy theory, in my head, I go to 50-50. Like some of it's right, some of it's wrong, but like some of it's completely wrong and some of it's, you know, is accurate. You get what I'm saying?
Like what? Give me an example in what he just said.
Well, yeah. I mean, we started out by saying, you know, they don't go after the judicial system doesn't go after these other powerful people, which to me kind of makes it sound like you're trying to pigeonhole it into a specific demographic, right? And I think that demographic isn't you know, is more about, you know, poor people who don't have the ability to represent themselves the way wealthy people do, is what I would kind of equate that more to. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying there isn't some, you know, some of it leaning towards the favor of these wealthy people, but I think what we see is a result of both of these kind of, I guess, environments, you know, interplaying with each other. I think they're both involved with what's actually happening.
So I
raise the energy a little bit, y'all. If y'all gonna talk, raise the energy a little bit.
So as far as conspiracy goes, if we're talking like Alex Jones conspiracies, yeah, that's like out the window. We're talking Dr. Port conspiracies, it's out the window. But when we talk about Oliver North, Reagan administration, the Bush administration, the CIA, when we talk about Pinochet in Chile, when we talk about Manuel Noriega, when we talk about this, any of these people from Central America, Mexico, South America, and you talk about the United States, you talk about who was in position of power in those particular times, you talk about these agencies, it is an absolute fact that the crack cocaine, the cocaine, the heroin, all of that was a conspiracy. There was a plan, there was an agenda to it, and to bring it to where and for what purposes. That's an established fact. So that's the only thing I was speaking on, aside from people and their involvement with what's going on and placing the blame on this guy who's a rapper. But there's bigger fish to fry. So I don't find that to be like, you know, that the reptilian beings aligned up subterranean style and did some ritual for the solar eclipse, you know, some weirdo stuff. That's crazy, you know, but this is realistic. This is reality. This is why you can go to the migrant situation. Why are people coming over here? Destabilization of governments. Who's destabilizing the governments? Their government along with this government. Who's making money off of it? The United States. What happens? Everybody's mad at each other. It's orchestrated. There's a plan. There's an agenda. That's not far-fetched at all. That's a reality.
It's not far-fetched. It's just not every case. Everybody that comes over here is not coming over here. I'm not saying you're saying that, but just for clarity, everybody that comes here is not coming here for because the United States destabilized their government or something that the United States did to them. Is it plausible that somebody would be coming here for that reason? Possibly, yeah. Most times they're coming, well, based on statistics, they're doing a lot of political asylum, things like that. Earl did that. Lawrence makes a good point. What up, Massive? Cuban conscience is right. The lawmakers are the lawbreakers. He also says rappers are pawns and skirts now. I definitely agree with that. And Sneferu, what up, Teddy? We never witnessed a president like Trump in the United States. Yeah, we have. Well, I don't think so. My mother, she told me that Nixon was something like this. That Nixon, but he, they said Nixon was a little wild, and that he's got a couple of things to him that's a little crazy. Logic, you want to give any pushback now that Cuban washed you up?
I don't think he washed me up. I said what I said, and it's 50-50. There's absolutely a plan and a strategy to keep the impoverished poor people poor, right? And we happen to make up the majority of that demographic. That's absolutely real. I'm not saying that, but when you lean on, oh, it doesn't happen to them too, I think I think you're overstating it a little bit. It does happen to them. It doesn't, like you say, it's not publicized. Even if we looked at the Noriega and all the Rick Ross stuff about how the CIA put that, there's plenty of statements out there. Those people were reprimanded, not necessarily like with jail time. I mean, they were acting, they were being told to do it from the government. You know what I'm saying? It's not them necessarily individuals, but they broke that up. That's not like something that they just like proudly kept together and said, shit, we'll do it again. Like it wasn't that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That's why I said it's 50-50.
To somebody to reprimand somebody is like a slap on the wrist. If all that money was made, all the deals,
I get you. So who would you directly blame?
They just stopped and said, "Oh, we got reprimanded by Congress. Okay, we're done." Like, nah.
I got you.
No.
I ain't say it was pretty, yo.
Round one goes to Cuban crisis. I appreciate y'all both for going at it. He backed you all the way down and hit you with the Philly shoulder. Let's see. Rick Ross is bugging. Are y'all familiar with this? DQ, I definitely need you for this. Rick Ross is bugging. So the story goes that Rick Ross in Canada got beat up, essentially. That he played, what is it? Rick Ross had a rough night at a show in Canada, getting into a physical altercation with some guy, triggering a melee that was captured on film. It all started after the rapper performed at Sunday's Ignite Music Festival in Vancouver. After the gig around 10:30, Rick stepped off stage into a crowded area and got into a heated argument with other men over their choosing to close out the set with Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us blaring in the background, "You Dumbass." We're told the group of about 15 dudes approached Rick and formed a human wall so that he and his crew could not move around them. This is the wall. Okay. A human wall.
What does that jacket say? What does that jacket say, real quick?
That's what I'm about to get right into that conversation. TMZ obtained video of the verbal confrontation between the two parties, with Rick having a tense exchange with one of the men. Check out the clip. The dude arguing with Rick suddenly slugs him in the area around his head, causing liquid from his drink to fly into the air. From our vantage point, it's hard to tell if Rick was punched square in the face. So Hits asked about the jack. So okay, I think this is the punch.
Meet the sheet. Toss the sheet.
If
Rick Ross' homeboy got pulled up. He was in a coma.
They said he got cool. They said he got. What'd you say?
Rick Ross' homeboy, security guard, the one they really put hands on, left out in a coma.
So this is the standoff. Merc Mob or Meek Mob, one of them two. So this is them arguing. That's Rick Ross, and he punched him in the face. Essentially, it looks like it. He knocked his drink. This is Ross. This man is gonna punch him in his face. Yeah, he punched him in the face. Wow. Oh yeah, he definitely punched him in the face. No question. And I guess that's a security guard they're saying that got whooped. But it's so dark. It's never no good light when you need it.
Ain't no 8K cameras
Right.
nowhere.
Yeah, you know, that's how I don't be believing this stuff hits. Whenever it's something crazy, it's like, we didn't have enough light.
No,
So
everybody
essentially-
recording, they forget to turn on the light.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like, turn on the flash. So, all right, so here's the interesting part of this conversation, right? So the guys that got into the argument with Rick Ross are bikers. And they're saying that there's a disturbing relationship between Drake and the Hells Angels in Canada.
And hip
That's how
hop,
it's
I guess,
interesting.
huh? I didn't know that Hell's Angels was.
Exactly. Right.
Hell's
right.
Angels are in Europe, and I think
That's
they're also-
interesting.
I think they're also
Yeah, see, I go get the
Samoa?
good. Yeah, I get the good parts of the article. This is in 2018. See, logic on. I do my thug
And
thizzle.
speaking of Hell's Angel, I think they got caught up in some Rico stuff some years ago.
Yo,
too.
oh
So
yeah, that's how they
two
broke them up.
Yeah, so
How
to
they
tie
broke 'em
them
up.
two together, yeah. But go ahead, bro.
All right, so why is Drake wearing a
Teddy said,
Hell's-
"Watch to the end." I guess something else is gonna happen.
Tell them put the link in the chat. We'll go to it. I'm being careful because the copyright strikes, because they say Rick Ross is trying to get this video pulled down off the internet. So that's why I didn't play any audio. So in 2018, Drake was wearing a Hell's Angels support hoodie in this photo. In a photo posted to the rapper. So this is that guy's group. It's a screen grab showing BC's. So British Columbia's top gang cops say they're concerned about the message Toronto rapper Drake is sending his fans by wearing support gear of a violent motorcycle gang. Whatever name Aubrey Drake Graham can be seen sitting beside Travis Scott in a dark colored hoodie with Toronto emblazoned across the chest with a circular logo bearing the slogan "Support Downtown Big Red Machine" and the number 81. 8 stands for H, 1 stands for A in the alphabet. Both are known as references to the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. That man is balding badly. He should just go on and just call it a day and get rid of it. So essentially, Drake has been in previous support of the Hells Angels in Canada. They've given them protection, different things like that. They also had they were part of something else that happened to an artist a few years ago with Drake. So what do y'all okay, let's have it. Let's kind of flesh this out. What do y'all think Rick Ross was wrong for playing They Not Like Us in Canada at a concert?
No, he's not
Yes.
wrong, just not smart. Just not smart, bro.
Let me moment. That's
Just not smart at all, bro.
Okay,
Why would you go as far as to say he's not wrong?
I don't think he heard you. What'd you say?
I was saying, why would he go as far as to say he's not wrong?
Because right or wrong is subjective. He can do what he wants. What if he had a group with him was like they really wanted to hear that song, or somebody was like they want to hear the Kendrick song, or the DJ got paid $100 to play this song at the night. There's many different variables. Well, I'm not trying to say the man is wrong. He can do what he wants. He's damn near a billionaire. What I'm saying, you have to understand where you're at, read the room, and be smart.
Okay.
What you think about the Cuban hits?
I don't think he was wrong. I would say, I guess maybe not smart. I mean, I don't listen to Rick Ross, so I mean, I couldn't even tell you what the song is about. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know the context of the song. So, but him aligning with Hell's Angels, I mean, it's. If he's in
That's
that,
interesting, ain't it?
In that arena, yeah, it's very interesting. He's in that arena where he wants to be Mr. Tough Guy and everything. Then I could see him probably doing something like that if that's the heavy hitters where he's at, But But the stuff is stupid. Just get on the mic and rap, and that's it. And all this other stuff is just like, what is this? It's crazy.
So Tony Yayo tried to warn us, apparently. Hold on, let me see if this plays. How do you move this forward?
Is it audio? It may just be an image.
I know, but on a Mac, how do you
do what?
How do you move it forward? Like there's other slots to it at the bottom. Well,
There's an
anyway,
arrow
what
on
he
the
was,
right. Try that little arrow over there, all the way on the right, all the way over. See if that does it. Nope. Next story.
Ain't that
Go
a funny
back.
picture, Logic?
Yeah, that changed the whole perception, right? If you're king,
Joe.
yeah.
Hey, look, he looking woke. He look
king.
woke right there.
Yeah,
They
he
told me
looking
had
woke.
to
He
mute-
look he look
Hey,
clean
They told
right
me he
there.
had to mute
he
him.
just
He
found
woke right up.
he just
He
found out
got
he
some
was king
smoke.
now. He just
Yeah,
found
he
out
said,
he
"I'm
was
a king." Are you serious?
It's on.
All right, so
Just woke up from that nap.
Hey, Brad,
Gotta be.
they used the Brighton. They used the Brighton tool for him.
no,
He said, "Go to Brighton."
they use magic tools on camera. They cleaned him right up. They cleaned him right. His hair
Wake up.
he
King,
looking
man.
spry.
Hey.
What'd you call him the other day, Logic? He over there looking
He
spry.
said
He looking spry. He got that.
Look,
He got that
the
hop in the
smile.
step, yo.
Yeah, he look like young Clint
Yeah,
Eastwood.
he
You don't look like old
moving around
Clint Eastwood.
like young Sugar Ray Leonard right there. Yo.
Hey, what a difference! Hey, what a difference the day makes. Huh? One day you president, next day you king.
Oh God. Hey, so just so y'all know,
my God.
because we didn't talk about what they actually got ruled. Former presidents have absolute immunity for official acts while in office. Immunity does not extend to personal or unofficial actions. The one thing I didn't say is that this definitely means that Donald Trump will be not in jail for the election. Because even on the appeal, that appeal is going to take a very long time. By the time that goes through, he'll be president and it won't even matter. Lower courts must now determine which actions were official. Decision does not dismiss charges. Case returns to appeals court. The ruling applies to all former presidents and future, not just Trump. And dissenting justices warn of potential law-free zone around the presidency, and the decision impact on 2024 election timeline remains uncertain. So, but essentially, in this video, what Tony Yayo was trying to say is that the Americans need to stop acting like Canada is a bunch of pussies. Canada, one of the things that they do, they'll make it hard for you when you get up there. You say something ignorant to Drake or you go at Drake, he got a whole, I think people forget that. He has an entire country behind him. He has an entire country behind him. Rick Ross did not get punched in Toronto. He got punched in Vancouver. So that's
West Canada.
Right. That's
Toronto.
Remember I told you when I came back from Alaska and we came up through Canada, that's where we went, Vancouver. So that's on the other side. So I'm telling you now, listen, the one thing I will say about Drake, he does have support. You can act like he doesn't have support, but he does have support. So I don't know what to I guess I will land on this. I don't think he was stupid. And I think he was arrogant. And sometimes arrogant will get your ass whipped. Being arrogant, messing with somebody you think is soft, weak, messing with somebody you think just because you are who you are, and sometimes them guys they play them videos of, they be yelling, what I'm saying, I do something to anybody in here. Yeah, well, somebody gonna answer your question. My father used to say, if you keep campaigning, eventually you're gonna get elected. And that's a good statement for you. Keep barking up that tree, and
it's gonna fall on you, bars.
Yeah, keep campaigning, you're gonna get elected. Is somebody gonna whip your ass? You keep talking that stuff and doing this, that, and the third. You're gonna get your ass kicked. So it is what it is.
But that also will go for all of them in the beef, right? Because they're all talking shit.
All of them. I'm not swearing nobody. Kendrick can do the pop-out concert in California.
Yeah.
Try to do that damn pop-out concert in Toronto.
Yeah.
Try to go across the border, and then on top of that, don't forget, Drake is keyed in with the government over there. He works literally for the government in Canada too, because when these guys try to get over the border, he's helped a few of them get over with charges and things like that. Man, I would never go to Canada trying to disrespect Drake. Never. Nope. You won't make it back. And that's just my thought.
Yeah, I guess wrong is probably that's not the right word to challenge, but absolutely not smart. And you absolutely did it on you did it looking for trouble. Like let's just be real. You know what I'm saying?
And he got it.
Yeah, he got it.
Like, he got more than Wingstop fucking around with them Canadians. Earl Lawrence says Drake got a trailer load of ghostwriting Jamaicans on his payroll. They don't write, they go click clack. Facts.
Yeah. Rick Ross' lips probably looking like two flats right now. Two flats stacked on top of each other.
They got a video, hey Logic, they got a video of Rick Ross asking the people on the plane on the way back, talking about, yeah, I'm hungry, man. I'm gonna go get some Wingstop. You can tell that they ain't feeling what he talking about right there. They ain't feeling that at all. They were actually pretty upset. Did anybody on this stream watch the BET Awards?
Man, I ain't seen that in so long.
Ain't that a damn shame, bro?
That's horrible.
Ain't that a damn shame? I was gonna do the topic for the BET Awards, and then I realized that I haven't watched the BET Awards in at least 10 years. At least. There was a couple of funny moments. What's the guy that does Atlanta? The show Atlanta.
Childish Gambino. He did a fly.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
So he said, you know what? Fuck it. Hits, you got anything while we waiting? You want to talk about the show tonight real quick while I pull this up?
Which show?
I know y'all hate me for putting y'all on the spot all the time.
No, you talking about Dr. Cologne, right?
Yep.
First of all, is he verified? And do we have a time to tell the listeners?
Cuban, is that done?
And we need a time to tell people. Obviously, they'll see it in their timeline. But this is a chance to let Dr. Cologne come on, state his case uninterrupted. And then in the future, we'll have the opposing view with somebody given that same opportunity. So if somebody in the chat is interested in hearing a opposing view of Dr. Cologne's information on who created hip hop, let us know and we'll see if we can reach out and have them here to state their opposing argument.
1 second. Logic, you got anything? When is your next show?
Thursday.
You gonna go on 4th of July?
Oh man, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I guess I'm gonna have to push it back till Friday. I ain't really put together no topic yet. I know this isn't. I've reached out to a couple people. I got a new guest that's gonna be coming up. Somebody to a female to weigh in on some of these conversations and these topics. So that's gonna be something cool. I got them working on. I'm gonna probably just have some other topic more relevant to some of the other shows. I might just go in there and give some of my thoughts about the hip hop conversation. I'm gonna do something Friday though. I'm gonna come on there and give people something.
And
your show got a lot of views. Go ahead.
Speaking of women, if there's anybody that someone from the chat has in mind that they think would be a good fit for some of these panels and shows, we definitely will want more women involved to hear their voice and their take on a lot of this stuff. So if you're in the chat, feel free to maybe come up on a panel someday or point us in a direction of someone you'd be interested in hearing from or seeing.
Cool.
Safa said, let's not victim blame. Hey, she said, let's not victim blame.
What does that mean?
That man was assaulted. She's talking about that man was assaulted. I think.
Yeah, no, I ain't
Very
going.
well.
No, that ain't the same thing.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
I
no,
can't.
you put
I
hands on
can't get with
somebody.
that.
Oh, that's
I
assault,
can't get
Yeah,
bro.
are
with
you
that.
are you
Maybe
still the
not in
victim if
Canada.
you go cut somebody out like and then they
Maybe not in
retaliate by
Canada.
punching you in the mouth?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's where I'm at with it.
come punch me. Hey, come punch me in the mouth and don't have bail money. Pay that.
hey, come punch me in the mouth and
Yeah,
don't have life
I
insurance.
yeah.
mean, yeah, I mean,
No, we're gonna
but
start off
you
with
done
bail. You can deal with
antagonizing
life
me.
insurance later. Cause my
Yeah,
shoulder.
You basically
fuck
said
it.
you ain't gonna do shit. I mean, yeah, that's basically what you said, right to his face.
Okay. Like I said, that's like she said. That's not victim blame.
No,
Nah,
listen.
whatever. That's I'm
If
just.
you talk that talk,
I'm
I
just
cannot
joshing.
find this. Did they pull this off the internet?
What
So
are you looking for?
essentially, Childish Gambino won something, and when he won the award, it was a great speech, bro. When I tell you it was a great speech, hold on, did it play? Okay, okay, here we go, right here. Here we go, right here. So Childish Gambino wins an award, right? And when he won this award, he oh, Cuban's back. Are we confirmed for tonight, Cuban?
No, I haven't
Okay,
heard.
just text him real quick. If not, I'm not even going to waste time to make the flyer.
Well, we're working
I
on
want
it.
to
Just
make
so the
it, but I'm
chat
not going to put it
knows
up.
that's what we're attempting to do is give Dr. Cologne a chance to come state his case. So go ahead, Brass.
So last night, so Childish Gambino, Atlanta fame, great music, one of the greatest music videos I've ever seen in my life. This is America. If you got a chance, check it out. It's one of the greatest music videos I've ever seen. And he stated last night that they had him be a presenter, but he's a comedian too and an actor. And he made a slight joke, so I'm not even going to present it. I'm gonna just let y'all hear it.
Of the fact, because
when Donald Glover came on stage at the 20 moment,
Don't want to hear you.
Will Smith more Grammys
time ever.
It doesn't really make sense. I have more Grammys than Will Smith, which makes no sense.
Yeah, Donald. Well, Childish Gambino has 5 Grammys, 4 for This Is America in 2019, and 1 for Redbone the previous year. Will has 4 wins, with his last win coming in 1999. That was a back-to-back win in the rap solo performance category. And in 1989, he and Jazzy
More Grammys than Will Smith, which makes no sense.
And Will was backstage after his performance when Donald pointed out the not-so-fun fact, according to Donald.
But I have the same amount of BET awards as Sam Smith. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes, I don't really understand this, but Sam Smith won
That's
Best
Sam
Artist in
Smith.
2015. He wasn't there to accept, so host Anthony Anderson accepted on his behalf.
Sam Smith isn't here tonight because he's white, and he didn't think he would win at the BET Award.
And Childish Gambino's This Is America won Video of the Year in 2019. Yeah, so each guy has one BET Award win.
Me and Sam Smith are neck and neck at the Black Entertainment Television.
But this was some fun award show fodder, as they call it. Yeah, when it comes to those Grammy wins, yeah, I guess this.
So what y'all think about that? See, that's one of the reasons why I don't watch BET and I don't support. We'll see what he says. Donald Glover turned up at the Emmy with Teddy Perkins. Make that make sense? Oh man, Earl, you about 2 comments from getting a mod, bro. You've been making some really good points today. If you don't know who Teddy Perkins is, it was the character from Atlanta, and that I thought that was a little strange myself. So what do y'all think about that? Part of the reason why I stopped watching the BET Awards was for that reason. Is like once I realized the BET was owned by Viacom, I just took black out of the entertainment television. Because the same people who own MTV are the same people who own BET, and that's been for a very long time. It hasn't. It's almost been. BET is known for like making mistakes in the shows. You know, the sound being off, the audio being off, like just weird little stuff. It kind of like is almost like a public embarrassment for black people. But the fact that Childish Gambino has more Grammys than Will Smith, but also has won the same amount of BET awards on Black entertainment television as Sam Smith, I think he made a great point, and I'm glad that he brought it up. What y'all think about that?
Where DQ at?
So y'all obviously don't think anything. Don't all talk at once.
I could care less, bro.
Well, if they state the obvious in your face and you tune in and you support it, then it's literally it's 2024 and information is readily available. Like, so no one should be shocked. He said it. Now we have another award show where a famous African American male is just showing out up there. The last memorable one was what Will Smith smacking Chris Rock over something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now he's gonna sit on here and say, yeah, black entertainment, white winners. What's going on here? Well, you knew that before you got up on the stage. You knew that when you signed the contract, and I'm sure he got paid. So I'm sure he wasn't too upset about it. So that's my take.
Come on, Cuban. get us banned real quick for your take on black entertainment.
It hasn't been.
And hold on, real quick, Logic. Are you okay?
I am.
Bro, you like looking off into the distance. I want to make sure you ain't
He's
having a
perplexed.
Stroke.
He looks
I'm
perplexed.
definitely contemplating. Yo. I'm like,
what you got going on?
My bad. I had a Joe Biden. My bad.
Go ahead, Cuban. Let Cuban rock while Logic get himself together.
Go ahead, Cuban. Yeah, he was looking crazy. Wait, I swear to God, I was like, is he okay? Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead. Oh, you know what? You know what else he was looking like? This is an inside joke for Chart Media. Sunshine. That's exactly what you look like, just right there. You was just sitting there like you do on your show. Just, man, if y'all only knew. Go ahead, Cuban.
No, I agree with Hits, and BET hasn't been black owned in I don't know how long, so that's why I said I don't care. Like, I have an opinion, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it is, and it's a continuous hamster wheel conversation.
And so now, do we need a new award show called Only
definitely
Black
need a new
Entertainer
name
Award?
That's tough. Say that again.
Only
That's
Black
tough.
Entertainer or Entertainment Awards. Like,
You definitely need a new name.
Is that what he's calling for? I'm not
Well,
sure.
I mean, I think what he has to be. It sounds like his bigger point is that black people don't even dominate black entertainment, at least the televised station. Like the award show that's carried on by them. That's got to be like the big overlapping point, which is egregious and like a slap in the face and like a mockery of what. I mean, why are we even calling it black entertainment? And all the awards go to a white English person. Like, that's stupid.
And two, this, I know it's presented as people find out that night who won, but most of us know that that's not how the process works. People get nominated, and then people get chosen as winners. So, what was happening the first time a non-black person got nominated for a BET award, however many years ago it was? Whose idea was like, yeah, I know he's not black or she's not black, but it's black music or it sounds good. Like, what was that conversation like? In the nomination process. So,
probably something along the lines of.
I feel like I remember when this happened too. I'm not trying to be funny. I feel like I remember when this happened.
Yeah.
Was it? What's
There was
a
first white person. I remember this because I remember being upset about it. Hold on, first white winner of the y'all go ahead. I'm doing my job.
I was gonna say the conversation
was it Robin Thicke or Timberlake? Am I tripping?
Robin Thicke. No, it was Sam Smith. He
was the first one.
No. Okay, there's
I'm trying
nominees.
to go by for what Hit said. Like, what was the first time it was like, oh, even though this is black and
It was Justin Timberlake and Iggy Azalea.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake, not trying to be funny, but you know how they do the white delegation, the black delegation.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm just saying for me.
This is not a comedy show. So
I know I know he's a white guy.
But again,
I listened to NSYNC and Cry Me a River with 50 Cent was one of my favorite songs. I don't
black entertainment.
He has some jams,
awards.
but it is black entertainment. It is definitely black entertainment. So, he has some jams.
Y'all on a slippery slope.
Robin Thicke has some jams, but it's definitely black entertainment.
He entertained some black people, so they might as well call it the Entertaining Black People Awards. How about that?
Yeah, we about to get there.
That was cold.
That
was a bar
you
too.
Entertain black folk.
That was if you made them tap their foot.
I know we're about to get kicked off of YouTube. I know it. There's no question. It's gonna happen. No question. There's no question that one day we're gonna say something, but this show is just gonna go zoom.
Oh my god!
We're habitual line stuff.
There you go. Just move the words around, the letters around a little bit. I'm sure we can find an acronym that works or something.
But here's the crazy part, though. I think that it's. How would y'all feel if they had a white entertainment awards?
Don't they already the country music joint?
That's not. But it's not exclusive to white people. It's country music awards. But
it came from the channel first, so you would have to have the channel first. Like it came from BET. The awards didn't come first. The channel was first. So if you have a white channel, then you can have white awards or a predominantly white channel. Hey, you got that without even calling it that. If majority of a channel's programming is white, then you don't have to call it that. It's built in. So their award shows are going to be the same way.
What if there was a group called the National Association for the Advancement of White People?
No, now here's the bigger thing though.
No, don't go to the bigger thing.
It's called the federal government.
I got to. Would you expect a black man to be leading in the awards though? Like, would you expect a black man to be dominating it?
They do dominate. They do dominate the awards. He just brought light to the fact that look at who I am. I have more Grammys, which most people consider a white. It's not the white awards, but a lot of artists consider it that. So I think one year, come on, help me out. What was the white, or Cuban, help me out. What was the white group that beat out Kendrick Lamar's damn album? Macklemore. When Macklemore won best rap album and artist of the year over Kendrick Lamar when he released Damn. So it was like, yeah, hip hop is no longer, we doing something else.
Now, let's use that current state with the hip hop who started the argument, right? You just said you haven't watched a black entertainment award show in a long time, right? I haven't.
Yeah.
I think we all said that, right?
That's a hell of a comment.
So when we sit something down or ignore it, or it's not popularized by us anymore, and someone else gets involved, and it's not going to change the name of the award show, but in 5 years when it's 50-50 70-30 and they're not black, and people have the discussion, was it ever black? Oh, it was never black. It was always mixed. It was on a black network, it justify it. But to me, it's that same vein of things that happen. Either we get we just get sick of some shit, we move on, we create other stuff, or we just become disenfranchised by it. Like, it's not this anymore, and we leave it alone. But that doesn't mean it's going to go away, though. So it's common thread here.
So what about
Sister Safa on the panel too? By the way,
she just makes great comments.
We should not stop until she's on the panel, y'all. That's
what is the so what about the United White People College Fund?
Don't you have to talk about NBA free agency at some point?
No, I'm just asking. We're not even going to talk about it because DQ not here. I was only talking about it. Okay, let's talk about it real quick. Klay Thompson went to the Dallas Mavericks. How you feel about that?
They didn't get the same Klay Thompson that we all know from the Warriors.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's not much to it. The Lakers got no one.
There we go. I like that. We can talk about that a little bit more. They saw it.
No, I ain't fleshing that out. I'm more pissed off about free agency than anything. I was only doing that to honor him. So I
They
never
got
thought
Bronny.
about it that way. Yeah, I'm about to remove you. So anything in closing? Because I'm done. I don't really care about the BET Awards. And it's funny, I like this point too. Hip hop going through the same thing. Same thing. The word black is becoming problematic. It's becoming if it hasn't been, it's becoming problematic.
Hey, Brad, you said it. When a word means everything, it loses its meaning.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. When any word means too many things, it means nothing at all. And when they had these conversations about Africa and this, that, and the other, they've turned Africa from a continent to like 5,000 different meanings. And what they don't realize is that they're about to make the term mean nothing. And it's not going to have any power whatsoever. Black entertainment television, black this, black that, hip hop is black, hip hop is this, hip hop is that. We were going to do a show about FBA and hip hop later. We're going to do a Dr. Cologne presentation later on from his side of the story and what he stands about. But it's this black thing. Once you keep saying black this, black that, blackity, blackity, black, all of this black stuff, it just ends up getting creepy. But in closing, Cuban, you got anything?
No. I mean, I had things I wanted to say, but I'm long-winded. But
go ahead, bro. I'd rather you say it than not say that.
No, I mean, because I've already stated my premise before when we were talking about Trump and everything, as far as politics and stuff like that. So this is all in the same arena. Media, regardless to whatever the political ideology of the country, whatever, media is always used as a tool of propaganda and can be weaponized on people. So I say that to say that white people here have had all the award shows, right? Whatever it is. Black people in this country, if you talk about Sidney Poitier or the lady, I forget her name, played in Calling the movie from the 30s with Clark Gable. So the movie from the 30s.
I was born in '86. What you think you're gonna keep saying that somehow?
I got it.
The lady in the movie, a black woman, she was nominated, right? She won an award, right? Sidney Poitier won an award, right? But you look over the time, you could take
Cicely Tyson.
No, just before. I mean,
you talking about the lady with Gone with the Wind?
Gone with the Wind, that's the movie. Gone with the Wind. I'm thinking of whatever. Yeah, Gone with the Wind. The black lady played in the movie. She got an award for her role, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, in my opinion,
Hattie. Shouts to Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie McDaniels.
Yeah, shouts to Hattie McDaniel.
Yeah, so there's always going to be a misrepresentation. There's always going to be a thing where I think that in this country, black people don't get their dues to what they have done for this country. So I say that to say, the hell with the breadcrumbs, right? I believe that black people in this country could do it on their own, right? So it's a thing of, I guess at this point, this is something between black people in this country, what they think they need to do. I can't speak on that. I could give my opinion, my input, I would definitely say organizing is one of the things. But it's breadcrumbs, man. It's breadcrumbs. It doesn't substantiate that you're this great performer. Will Smith gets the first rap award, right? When it's in the Grammys, they didn't want it in the Grammys. That's why Chuck D said, "Who gives a damn about a goddamn Grammy?" Um, and so when you look at this and you see how rap is brought in, well, then there could be a lot of arguments. Why is this person being nominated? Well, the answer they're being nominated. They're there because it sells versus creativity versus their great artisticness. But sales is what's matters. So it's going to boil back to money. It's going to boil back to money. It always boils back to money. You know.
Okay.
Hey, had we did an ounce more of due diligence, just a little bit more, BET's website. The BET Awards 2024 honors the individuals who contribute to Black culture as writers, musicians, filmmakers, philanthropists, and more.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So,
all right. So it's not Black awards.
Yeah.
It's just that. Okay. Okay. Good. See, but that's why we try to get it right. I think a lot of times, right, we get attacked here, and I appreciate that, Hits, because that's just an example.
Hold on, it's in small print. But go ahead. No, go ahead.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna try to put it on the screen,
like that, right? Because we try, bro. We try. We try to give perspectives, right, and then figure it out while we're going. Sometimes you'll hear the perspective at the beginning of the show, and then you'll kill us for what we said at the beginning of the show. But that was the beginning of the show. By the end of the show, we might have figured something out. You didn't stay. You know,
here it
so
is. Right
it
here.
is what it is. You try to sort it out.
It's the Black Entertainment Award, not Black Entertainers Award. I get it. That makes
okay.
sense.
But hold on. They put it down here like a disclaimer. Like they put it down here with the boring stuff, right?
Damn, it is in small print. I thought you were joking.
No, I had to look like 4 times. I'm like, it has to be on the website.
Glasses on.
Yeah, they so you get all the imagery first, obviously. Then you go down here and there you are. Who contribute, individuals who contribute. So that's the end of that. It's gone, y'all. It's out of here.
It's out of here.
Yeah,
it is. It's out of here. You know what that is? That's the license to be like next year.
Yeah, it's over. I'd like to see what the original award show website said, you know. But
niggas only.
I have to go to an internet archive site for that. But
niggas only. Niggas only. Who's winning tonight? Hey, niggas only. Because I'm pretty sure that there was a time when that if a white person actually won or something like that, they would be furious. They would be furious. All right, hey, Logic, what you got? Take us out. You excited for this evening?
I'm definitely excited for this evening show. You know, I've had to embrace parts of this argument where I was definitely being inaccurate. So I'm curious to see what he's going to have to say. That's going, first off, that'll be new at this point. I don't think that there's much that you can get around when you're putting into timelines and then you start talking about specific events or we'll let him try to sort it out. But I'm very interested in what he's going to say. I had some more to be able to kind of offer, but it's not coming back to memory. It's been so long since I actually, I guess, put it together. I should have wrote it down. But I mean, it's going to be a good show. I actually can't wait for that Dr. Cologne show, man. So this going to be something real interesting for y'all to tune in. Hopefully we keep it clean. I know there's going to be a lot of people disagree with him in the chat, so that's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, that's the main.
Did we get a time for it?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Is it confirmed? We talked to him?
Yeah, it's booked in. It's locked in.
Excellent. Let's get it.
All right, Hits, what you got?
If not, Logic is going to fill in for him. I'm sure Logic knows all his talking points. He's going to be his backup. Logic is our Dr. Cologne backup.
That is
No, thanks everybody who stopped through. If there's anything that you'd be interested in us talking about, just put it in the chat. After these shows, I'm going to try to put a poll in the community section of the YouTube platform. So go in there, take the poll, add comments, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see you later with Dr. Cologne.
DQ, what you got?
Man, appreciate everybody coming through. A lot more shows lined up. Keep supporting TMI. We're going to keep supporting y'all, baby. Let's get it.
And if you don't support TMI, don't expect no damn support from us.
Believe that. It's actually about to turn into a bowling alley around this motherfucker messing with me, but it's all right.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here!
Hold on, because the TMI honors the individuals who contribute to TMI in the form of like, shares, subscribers, comments.
Fuck no, I don't want no fake love. Okay, so now so I've been political the whole time. Don't give me no fake love. Fuck you in that love. Don't give me no damn fake praise or fake whatever. I appreciate being a part of the hip hop conversation. I appreciate that we brought some light to the our perspective on the conversation, but this is not a hip hop channel. We're gonna be doing hip hop shows, but I'm very comfortable. We're trying to build a TV network. We're trying to build a network of podcasts, some good shows, so that anytime you turn to this channel, hell, we was trying to figure out how we could live stream Hurricane Barrel the other day for 4 hours without getting our channel took down. This is not a hip hop network. If you come here and we have great discussion, it is what it is. We don't take a perspective either way. We respect Knock Meezy's opinion. We respect all the legends' opinions. DJ FaZe, Coke LaRock, Lord Jamar, KRS-One. We respect everything. We want to hear the perspective because we're media. We're trying to get it out to the world without taking any particular stance. So shout out to Dr. Derek Cologne. He's going to do a presentation tonight at 8 o'clock solo. If he decides to take questions after, he can. If he doesn't, then he doesn't have to. And if you got a different perspective and you do it professionally, you want to do a presentation, come up and do it. But if you force me to be your opposition, then that's where I'll stand, and I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I will be the greatest op ever.
Yeah, if you want me to be your op, I'll be that. I'll hit y'all later.
We're gonna be